So in this quick video, I wanted to take just a minute to give you a quick rundown of how to create a column of averages when you've got a bunch of information in rows, and then to be able to sort that sheet by averages. And this is all in Google Sheets. So again, this is an important skill to have if you're dealing with, in this case, money, or you're dealing with grades. You want to find, average grades and then sort those grades by the highest to lowest or something like that. So it's an important skill. So we're going to run through it really quickly. The first thing I always tell people to do when you've got a bunch of information, you've got headers, is that you want to freeze that top row so that when you sort, it doesn't get sorted in with your information. So the way you do that is to go to View and then Freeze, and then choose how many rows you want frozen. In this case, I'm just going to freeze the first one. So now those will always stay regardless of whether or not I scroll up and down. The headers stay there. So first thing I want to do on the right-hand side is, for organization's sake, simply put the word average here in our header so that I know what this column is all about. It's always a good thing to do. And then I'm going to use the average function to average everything in that row. So what I'll do is to type the equal sign, which tells the Google Sheets that there's a function or a formula coming. And I'm just going to type average, A-V-E-R-A-G-E, which, as you start to notice, there's a drop down. It's got some suggestions of other formulas. I'm just going to choose the regular average. The next thing that it tells me is that it's asking for the cells that it wants to average. And in this case, I can type them in. It'd be B2 to M2. But really, you can just click and drag. So I'm just clicking and dragging. It automatically sees B2 through M2. Close the parentheses. Hit Enter. There's my average. Now, instead of copying and pasting this down or typing this every time for each row, when you've got formulas, you can click on the blue dot in the cell and drag it down. And when you do that, it copies the formula down, but not the information. So as you kind of scroll through, it says average B3 to M3, this one's B4 to M4, and so on. So we've got all of our averages here on the right-hand side, and obviously they're out of order. We want to sort from the highest to the lowest. And the best way to do that is to click on the little arrow in the column you want to sort by. So I'm going to click on that little it's going to give me a bunch of options. And here I want to go to Sort Sheet, which is just a little ways down. And I want to do highest to lowest, so that's Z to A. If you want to go low to high, that'd be A to Z. In this case, I want to go Z to A. And so it tells me here my meals were the most expensive at $1,200. Gas is just below that. Clothing, spy gear, and airfare at the bottom. So there you go. We have created a row of averages or a column of averages, and we've sorted the whole sheet by that average. So hopefully that will help you guys get a little bit more comfortable with sheets and formulas, and I think you'll find it pretty useful.